So, when I got to the end of the second Skeleton Key book, I didn't know how that book series ended. I had assumed that what was probably going to happen was that the mystery wasn't done, I guess, when I found out that there was a third, fourth, and fifth one. Uh, I own all of those, by the way, because, hang on. That book, underneath the Wizard series, that next thick one, that's four books in one. And I also own the fifth one. Um, I don't know. I guess I just wasn't sure where we were going to go from here. But I read the third one. It's called Crossbones. And yeah, okay. So Ryan, our main character, is on his own now. Sarah has her family moved away, which frankly I think Ryan's family should have done too, but whatever, I guess. We'll get to that. Um After the gold was found, Sarah and Ryan got trust money for when they want to go to college. Ryan has not gone to college yet. He's got 1 year left. Sarah's family moved because they can handle a lot of things from their child. Near death experiences are not one of them. I don't blame them. Uh, Hang on. Um, I've never watched the videos, by the way. In the book, you will find that there are these little links that Sarah has made, or I guess the author that Sarah has made with, like, I think an actress, and they all lead to a different thing, like that they find in one of their clues. I've never watched the videos. I've never had any desire to watch any of the videos, and I don't even know if the website is still active. I'll have that for the next book that I read of this one. Yeah. So Ryan is spending a lot of time with Fitz, who is a person that his dad hired to work in the fishing shop. Yeah. Uh Hang on. He finds a puzzle, and the puzzle is a haunted treasure map. Henry, the guy, like the uncle, the guy who was looking for the treasure, he is the one who made the map. He's in jail, by the way. Um, Ryan doesn't tell his parents because they don't understand, and we're glad when Sarah left because they thought that that meant that their kid would stop. So I had an assessment in the last book where I said that Sarah is a bad friend because she encourages Ryan to do all of these things where he could possibly get hurt, and it's not great of her to do that. Uh, when I was reading this book, I became unsure of how much it was Sarah doing it versus Ryan, or if it was just the both of them kind of being not great for each other, let's be real. Um, yeah. Ryan can't be on the phone when Sarah goes to the cemetery because she goes to a cemetery. She's traveling around the country, going to the places where the treasure map says to go because her parents trust her more than Ryan's parents trust him. So she's traveling around the country, going to all of these places, and she's calling Ryan and telling him the stuff that she finds. And yeah, so that's happening. Um, when he can't be on the phone, she says that he bailed on her, which, like, he told her he got roped into something. He didn't bail on her. And she says he bailed on her with the dredge too, like when she went to go see it again after Ryan, broke his leg because of the excursion that she decided that they should go on, and he didn't want her to go alone. Ryan, if nothing, is not, like, you can't say that he's not a loyal friend. And Sarah seems to have issues seeing that. Although I have to say that without Sarah, these books would be pretty boring. So, yeah. The Apostle is involved, even though I thought that guy was dead. Um, he would shout 311 and. Hang on. He would shout 311 door. 311 door gets slammed and you're dead. I don't know what that means. I don't remember that. It's a classroom number in a high school said to be haunted, and the door locks on its own, so that's fun. Still doesn't like being trapped in Skeleton Creek while Sarah's out exploring the world. I mean, he could leave. Sarah likes being out in the world, of course. The old Joe Bush ghost wants them to keep going, but keep this quiet because the Raven has been awoken, whatever that means. thoughts are turning to that might be his father, which another impression that I got that these books take place in the early 2000s when, looking through your kids' stuff was advertised on TV, but parents not being the smartest individuals all the time, kids were able to get around their safe locks and all of that. The apostle made the map, got mad at the other Crossbones leaders, and the map leads to something they don't want found. His dad isn't part of the Crossbones. Apparently, there were like two groups of Crossbones, and his dad was part of the other group of Crossbones. Um, separate thing made by the apostle. Yeah. So the last location has to be visited by Ryan and his mom. No, by Ryan. His mom is going to Seattle, so he's got his van. Fitz is going on the 2-day trip with his dad because he wanted Ryan to go, but Ryan decided he didn't want to. So, yeah. It got kind of sloggy to read at this point. It was a little bit boring. Um, he uh, he forgot about the GPS that they have in the car as well when he went to go to the last place, and his parents were upset with him. They haven't recovered from the dredge accident, when they almost lost their kid, and he tells them a version of the truth and they go with it. And Ryan knows that there's something in the library. 287 books missing from the National Library. That's what they find. The Crossbones hated Jefferson for some reason. And Fitz's dad is the Raven. He never showed up for the fishing trip. Fitz, I mean. Yeah. Um, why don't I watch the videos? Because I believe things like that interrupt the flow. I always say to like my friends that my media shouldn't come with homework. I should not have to go look at something else in order to understand your entire story. And I've never felt like I can't understand the story, so I think it's fine. Sarah still sucks, even from a distance. Yeah, I'm fully going off screen, but it's fine. Um, I don't know what she means when she says that he bailed on her because he didn't. Y'all aren't in the same place anymore. It's kind of difficult to do things together when you're long distance. And don't get me wrong, like I know that sucks. My white eyeshadow is just not coming off. I don't know what happened to it. But it's kind of hard to do things together when you're not in the same place. And like Ryan, unlike Sarah, Ryan has a job and he's employed by his parents, who, as we know from the last two books, demonstratively do not trust him. They also don't trust Sarah. They don't like Sarah. So he can't be at her beck and call 24/7 anymore. He couldn't even be before because she got his leg broken and they stopped trusting her, which, like, honestly, we would have moved away, we would have changed phone numbers, we would have gone to a different country. Because as long as they were to stay in this country where they have access to each other, neither of them will be safe from the other. Like, I feel like it's also got to do with small town things because I get the impression that there's nothing to do in small towns besides gossip and see if there are old secrets like this. Also, and this is just, I guess this is just a personal opinion because obviously, like, if there are extenuating circumstances and you've cut your parents off, this doesn't apply to you. But life is pretty difficult without your parents' trust. I have been through that. Why is this red so dusty? Sorry, I'm putting on makeup for something else, another video that I have to film. I hope you don't mind. I mean, if you're still watching the video, then that means that you don't mind. So, it's a video for your benefit. But life is hard without your parents' trust because you find yourself that you often have to sneak around in order to get things done. And that's not great. But I would like to say that sometimes parents are right, especially when you're a kid. And I include myself in the statistic. We are all stupid at 16 and 17. Like, I don't know what it is about being those ages that just, maybe it's the hormones, but something just comes over all of us and we all turn stupid and we all think that many things that are bad ideas are good ideas. And the truth of the matter is that they're not. And that's what Ryan and Sarah are doing. Ryan and Sarah think that they know more And just because their plan happened to work, that they're in the right. Well, they're not in the right. That's just a fact. I only do eyeshadow because number one, it's the only makeup I know how to do, and also I think my eyes are the best part of my face. So, yeah, like I don't know why I want to keep reading these books. Like I want to know. It's very domestic fiction, but it doesn't feel realistic in the way that domestic fiction usually does. Um, yeah. I also Googled to see if there were any missing books from the National Library, and there are, but the idea that someone stole them because they hated one of the presidents and they're just in some backwoods little town somewhere is infinitely hysterical to me, and also I think very untrue.